My purpose is to relay information about the land. What is it you wish to know? I shall answer one question, and one question alone.
Welcome to another 1v1 gaming review where we only review games that we have completed. There'll be no story spoilers and we'll show you very few gameplay spoilers. I'm Sneaky Pat and today we're talking about Beast of Reincarnation. Okay, Game Freak, the guys behind the mainstream Pokemon games. That doesn't matter to me because I've only played Pokemon Stadium and that was on the Nintendo 64. Well, they have taken their talent to a different project, going for a more mature theme. Did they succeed? Let's talk about it. All right, if you're into the Souls-like game, this one isn't really one of them. Yeah, it got some stuff from those games like saving at camps and getting your health back and then responding to enemies, but it's not a Souls-like. Beast of Reincarnation is more like a mix of Stellar Blade, Nier Automata, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice because of the parrying, and it's even kind of like DMC. I'm talking about the 2013 Devil May Cry from Ninja Theory. Again, even though it's not a Souls-like, it can get tough sometimes, with some difficulty spikes here and there. Also, when you first start, there's a lot to learn, so it'll take a bit to get used to how it all works. Before I get into all of that, and yeah, it's a lot, I want to talk about the story. So listen up. This isn't for everyone. I honestly think that the talking and vibes are on purpose and not because of the bad English voiceover. I won't pretend that there weren't times it made me sleepy, but if you were to ask me, they nailed the vibe they were going for. Doing story cutscenes, yes, they're slow, it can take a while, but it's slow paced like the anime Sailor Moon in the 90s or even Laid Back Camp. Those shows were slow, but are some of the best anime shows I know. So yes, it's super slow when you're not in combat.
I know it seems trivial, but it's something I love doing. Well, when you get back, let me hear more about what you see out there, okay?
There's that word again. Love.
If that's not your type of thing and you don't think you can deal with that the entire game being like that, then yeah, you may want to pass this one up if you can truly not see yourself dealing with that. While you can skip most dialogue, cutscenes are not skippable at the time of this review. The cutscenes are a tad bit shorter than those in a Metal Gear Solid game. Regarding the story, you assume the role of Emma. She has significant memory loss. It is revealed that Emma is a purifier. She's capable of combating manifestations and infected enemies. Without diving into specific plot details, and of course to avoid spoilers, it can be stated that despite potential pacing issues, the story is very compelling. This story is dark, and if you ask me, I found it to be very relatable. While Emma is the sole character you will be controlling, she's accompanied by a companion, this large canine-like creature. His name is Ku. Initially, my perception of Ku, it was neutral. However, as I kept playing, a significant bond developed between me and Ku. This bond wasn't just because of Ku's combat capabilities either, which, and by the way, it includes some of the best and most powerful attacks you will have available, but also because of the story's compelling portrayal of the connection between Emma and Ku within this post-apocalyptic world. This isn't an open world by any means. However, it splits into open regions similar to Nioh 2 and other games where you can select an area and it's treated as its own map or stage. Certain sections are quite extensive. Based on my gameplay, you can easily dedicate 2 to 3 hours of exploration within most areas across all chapters. And the chapters themselves offer a good amount of content, but only if you decide to explore. When you first start to explore, it may seem like you're finding items that don't do anything. However, a deeper understanding of what they actually do reveals the true value. This realization for me significantly enhanced the incentive for further exploration. Exploring is really fun, and Emma gets around this world using her hair. Yeah, you heard me, her hair. As you see in the video, when you jump, you can hold the jump button to go higher. You can even make a bridge if you need to get across an area, and you can grappling hook to certain spots. The grappling hook mechanics are a lot like Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Now, while you can get used to the story and find it fun to explore, I do have some issues. Beast of Reincarnation is far from perfect. For one, as you keep playing, the further you get, you'll start to come across some platforming, which is totally fine, especially with the traversal abilities. But there are a lot of invisible walls, tons of them. There are a lot of areas you look like you can go, but you can't. I also don't like the fact that the jump button is the same as the interaction button. I know this is me nitpicking, but it does quite bother me. As of now, you cannot go into the settings to change this. You can change the button configuration, but you can't make the interaction button separate from the jump button. The camera cannot be changed. Some of you may find the camera to be an issue, but I was okay with it. And there's nothing you can do with the HUD. One thing that doesn't bother me is the combat and Beast of Reincarnation. Nah, this one right here is good. It took me 37 hours to roll credits, and I never got bored with the combat that is on display here.
Remember to use peace.
The combat and Beast of Reincarnation is fun. You just have to stick with it. As I've already said, this is not a Souls-like. It would take some time to get used to the combat. Emma has a lot in her arsenal. The many katanas you will find. She uses a small crossbow that shoots rapid shots. She has a bow. And remember, she also has her hair. Yeah, she fight with that too. Oh, and don't forget about your buddy Ku. You'll need him in combat, and when you use him, time slows down. It's sort of like Final Fantasy's ATB system, but I would say it's closer to Dragon Age Veilguard. Time just slows down when you choose Ku's ability. Emma and Ku have a lot of abilities. The skill tree is no joke. Once you start unlocking these skills, you start to unlock combos with Emma. This is where it starts to feel like Ninja Theory's DMC. You start to pull off insane combos with Emma, and combine that with how you're also building up Ku, it can get overwhelming. While Emma and Ku have their individual attribute points, they both share the same skill points that you'll be using on a skill tree, and yes, you will eventually be able to re-roll all your points if that's what you choose to do. Outside the skill tree, you have to return to your hub, which is called the Cleanse Walker. Here, you can upgrade your weapon, build your bond with Ku, and you'll come across a cook that can cook for you. You have to find different recipes while exploring to eat different meals, and each meal eaten for the first time grants you a boosted bonus buff to your status that stays on you. This whole food system will take a while to understand, but it's not complicated. Now hold on. Before I dive deeper into Beast of Reincarnation, let's just pause for a second and listen to this incredible Nier Automata inspired music I haven't even mentioned yet. The music, it can indeed be quite relaxing at times, especially during explorations, which is the Stellar Blade reference I mentioned earlier. The musical variations are not significantly diverse, but I personally never found them annoying. However, I can understand that some people will want more music tracks. What can be annoying are the enemies. This is where Beasts of Reincarnation somewhat fall pretty short. Yeah, the combat is fun, but there aren't that many enemy types. A lot of them are reskinned, so after a while, if you're paying attention, you would know every attack of every enemy. On top of that, when it comes to the bosses, who are called Nushis, they too are often reskins of one another. I found this to be oddly weird too, since this is Game Freak. They make all the mainline Pokemon games, and as of now, if you were to go check the National Pokédex, there are over 1,000 Pokemon. So yeah, the fact there aren't that many enemy types and bosses and Beasts of Reincarnation, I would say that this was Game Freak just simply being lazy in this category. Since I'm on a negative part of Beasts of Reincarnation, let me just say what else I don't like about it. So, you'll find a good amount of armor throughout the journey, but Emma's clothes, it never changes. You only have one outfit the entire time. You can remove the hat like I did, and if you pre-order Beasts of Reincarnation, you can give Ku a different look, and you can choose a different hat, but outside of that, only one outfit the entire time. Man, that's crazy to me. When you're healing, it's too slow. I did see I could speed it up within the skill tree though. Those cutscenes, let's combine them. It's probably about 2 to 3 hours long. I also personally don't like Emma's walking animation. It's okay when she runs, but I don't like it. Yeah, I know I'm nitpicking. I know I am. But the last thing I want to say I also don't like was most of the feedback you'll get when you're hitting enemies. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but I would have liked for it to feel a little bit more punchy than what it is. Look, I say it again, Beast of Reincarnation is far from perfect. However, there were nights when I found myself unable to rest, driven by a strong desire to keep playing Beast of Reincarnation. Their interactions with Emma and Ku are enjoyable. The semi-open world design warrants dedicated exploration. The combat system becomes engaging once you fully understand its mechanics. The musical score is excellent, and despite its potential deliberate pacing, the story is very compelling. I have found Beast of Reincarnation to be a great time. I play games for fun, and I know you will find that here too if you just stick with it. Beast of Reincarnation, it gets a smash. For those of you who have made it this far in the review, I appreciate it. If you could, please like this video if it was of any value to you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. Guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about Beast of Reincarnation if you played it. Again, I'm Sneaky Pat, and thank you for watching.